guys, we are here one more time, and this time we have somebody from USA. I think it's about electronic music. I don't know. Let's see what she's bringing for us today. I hope it's good. No, they told me it's really good, but we want to talk about that right now. So it's Micki XO from USA. Hello, Micki. Just tell us where you are right now and who you are.
Hi, I'm in Portland, Oregon in the USA. I'm coming to you from my living room. These blackout curtains behind me are just a nice black backdrop. My name is Micki XO. A little bit about me is, once again, I'm from Portland, Oregon. I write pop music, and I really enjoy having like dream and electronic type of pop music. Let's see, what else do I say?
You have more than one song or just one?
I have more than one. Have 5 out that I've released right now. I just released my last song in April, and I'll be releasing another one in September. That one's called Fake Gold, and it'll be a lot more dream pop than what you've heard so far.
Right. So that's amazing. So you have an album. You have 5 songs already on Spotify, right?
Yes, all on Spotify.
Okay, just let us know your social networks then, and also Spotify profile, your name on Spotify, and also social networks.
So on Spotify, my name is Micki XO, Micki, and then space XO. On social media, it's just at Micki XO Music, that should be across all platforms.
All right, Micki XO Music. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok.
Yes.
Right. I said YouTube. So you have music videos?
I do. I actually just shot my very first music video and released it back in April as well. It's for the song Light Me Up, and I was very blessed to work with the amazing Ryan Chisezzi. He did an incredible job helping me shoot it. It was awesome.
Guys, just look for Micki XO on all social networks, also Spotify, and the single is Light Me Up. Just listen to that single and let's just try also those other releases, because she has 5 releases already. That's amazing. So independent artists from USA, it's all about pop music and EDM and electronic music, and I just was listening for 30 seconds of Light Me Up, and it was incredible, amazing. I will even share with you right now. Just a moment. I have to share that because the song is really good. So what do you think about this? Let me know. Can you hear me?
Staring down the bottom of a whiskey on the rocks. Our feet are getting tired, trying to outrun all the clocks. No, I don't wanna think about nothing, no. Go down a dark road again. I don't wanna remember nothing, no. Can you delete all the photos? Light me up, tell me I drive you crazy. Pour another in my cup, let the music take me. 'Cause my mind is open wide, and I'm ready for the high. Before it all falls down, 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 down. Another puff of smoke, a pill to ease the pain. How do you escape when you're running from your brain? No, I don't wanna think about nothing, no. Go down a dark road again. I don't wanna remember nothing, no. Can you delete all the photos? Light me up, tell
Wow, I just love it. Really, for real.
So
So,
much.
look, this is your last release, right? Your latest
Yeah.
release. So, when it was on Spotify, when you did the first day, how was the reaction of your friends and contacts, etc.? Was it good like mine?
It was very good. Yeah. Actually, I got a very good amount of reviews from it, from not just like friends and family, but from a lot of blogs and music posts. It did really well in Brazil, which was a cool surprise to see. Even though I'm from the U.S., I actually had a French outlet that wrote a review on it as well, and I get to talk to you just because of that song. So it makes it even better, right?
So you are coming to Europe because we are in England. So from England to the rest of the Europe, and also the superpop.tv music TV channel is not only for England but for the rest of Europe too. So you have now a new audience. Welcome to Europe and especially United Kingdom. Wow, good. So I have to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Just a girl. She's just a girl. She's just starting. That's good. I like it. I love it. So, when we started getting involved with music.
I got involved about 2.5 years ago. The story behind it was that I was in a very bad situation where I didn't really know who I was or what I wanted to do with my life, and
Oh,
it
I
took me.
I had the same problem. We are
Yeah.
we are together on that. So keep going.
I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and so I knew I liked to sing, so I found a karaoke bar, and very slowly over the time period of like maybe 6 months, I made a lot of friends there. I started to kind of open back up. I started to gain more of my confidence. And then COVID hit, and I really didn't know what to do because my like outlet was karaoke, and so I went from karaoke to starting to make my own music, and I started writing songs. I wrote my debut song "Why Did I Stay" in about 10 minutes, and started working with a producer, and then from there it just kind of
10
kept going
minutes.
and rolling
Wait,
on. Yeah.
wait. I'm confused. Everyone is confused right now. You wrote a song in 10 minutes without any experience. Your first song after going to a karaoke.
Yeah.
You you were born for that. This is talent.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you so much.
Look, I was trying to write a song like for 4 days and I couldn't do that. That's amazing. 10 minutes. Now I'm curious. I have to play that song too. Sorry, but I. Which song is it? What's the
Um,
name?
it's called "Why Did I Stay."
Why did I stay? It's it. Wait, I'm gonna. I have to share that. Oh my god. There we go again.
Another punch, another broken bottle. Another pint to start to drown your sorrows. Say I push you to the edge, make you go. Screaming, hit me because you feel hollow. How is it taking me so long to figure out something was so wrong? I blame myself, I blame the drinking for every time you made me sob. And now I'm thinking, why do I stay? Why do I fight when the situation is eating me alive? My hand on the doorknob, but I can't move. Can't count how many times I've asked you to prove that this time will be different, that this time you'll be persistent and making things right. Always flash those pearly whites as we go from darkness to sunshine, but the storm clouds hover And as long as you're my lover, I'll never be free, scared to just be me. Why do I stay? Why do I fight when the situation is eating me alive, consuming my soul, my confidence, make me question my existence when the truth is the toxic lies will be.
All right. That was incredible. I just love it. So that was the first one.
Yeah, that was my first release.
I will even leave it on the background because I just love this. Really, there is a lot of quality in about the production too. Your voice is amazing. You are young. You are just starting like in a high quality level already. But the
Thank
production
you.
also is very good. So congratulations for that. I really liked it as a fan, not as a producer. Okay, because obviously I can look to the technical side and look to the quality of production, etc. But I'm talking about like listening in the radio and say, "Oh, that song is good," you know, that
For
reaction,
sure.
that was amazing, really, really good. I want to be singing with you because this is contagious, and also I like the style is really modern. Wow, I want to just come to England. Oh Jesus Christ, you have to
I would
come.
love to. Oh my gosh, in a heartbeat.
I will be watching your performance for sure, for sure.
Thank you.
So, uh, you said that was the first song. Why did I stay? Good.
Yeah.
Is there anything related to your relationships or your state of mind or mental health or anything related to that?
Yeah, I think there's a personal aspect to it, but really the message I wanted to send was that it's a love letter to anybody who's been in a toxic relationship, and that you can get out of it, and that you have that choice and that freedom. And I know it's super difficult, but it's worth it in the end. The very ending of that song changes from "Why do I stay" to "Why did I stay," and it's kind of about that freedom of finally getting released from a situation that is terrible for you.
So the title is just letting people know that you left already. You are free. That's why
Yes.
it's why did I stay? So you are not there anymore. Good. I like it. I really like it. So you are not only singing because you like music, so you are singing because an important message to pass. And that's really important. That's working with purpose. It's really important for all artists. You know, there is a lot of artists just doing music because they like to make money or because they want to get famous. It's not your case. You have a purpose, and I'm sure because that you will be attracting the right audience. I can feel the quality of your work, and I was just listening for 5 minutes. So you can imagine for people that will be finding you on social networks, it's not gonna be difficult for them to like too. And talking about social networks, tell us again where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you stream music or anywhere on any social media handles. My social media handles are at MICKIXO Music. And then also my artist name for Spotify and YouTube is MICKIXO, Micki XO. It's also on my hat, but I think it's backwards because of the camera.
She's intelligent. She's an expert for marketing, branding. Her name is on her head. The whole interview. Nobody will ask that. And I can say that I like you because I'm doing the same. My company is MWG.Peace International. So this is the company's name and also the website. It's all the same. And also the social network handle. Good. I already like her because she even about marketing she understands about this. Good. So questions. How are you doing about gigs, performances, etc. And also if it's only national for a while or international too.
So currently it's all national. But I'm really proud to say that in my second year of music, this year I have about 12 different gigs. I've already had about 4, and then I have, I think, 8 coming up. Actually, it might be more than 12. About 8 coming up. The month of August, I have 6. I have 2 in September. I have 2 this month. You can catch me if you're in the U.S. If you're in Oregon, you can catch me at the Big Legrowski. You can catch me at Oregon Summer Jam. I'll be performing at Rogue Fest 2020, which will be my very first festival in September 3rd. Last year, I went from having 3 performances to now having 12 or 13, and the list is still growing. So I'm really proud of how far I've come in just a year.
Oh wow, Michelle, you are incredible. You just started 2 years of career and you are just like 16 gigs already, like 4. You are just doing like a contract, right? So you had 4 and you have more 12.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I want to work with you. Come on. Who is your manager?
I'm actually a one-man band right now. I do pretty much everything. My boyfriend does live sound. He's a sound engineer. And so he does all the live sound for me. I work with a producer, and he's very talented. He helps with a lot of the beats and the mixing and the mastering.
That was
Um,
their name. That was their name. Oh, promote them. Come on.
oh, of course. So his business is called Make Music or Die. His name is Matt Jefferson, and my live sound guy is my boyfriend. His name is Austin Williamson, and they're both incredible humans, insanely talented. I'm honored to get to work with them. The
Great.
quality here is a big part of them, honestly.
Congratulations, guys. Look, Micki XO, her work is amazing, and congratulations to you, of course, but also for those behind the project. This is really important. She has a team, she has an important thing that is a team behind. So she's doing music with excellence. That's why she has a high level of quality since the beginning. Started already with high level, and this is incredible because your music is radio ready. You know, we can
Yeah,
understand when we understand about the technical side. We understand about we can identify when we just listen to a song that's ready for radio, and this is your case. At least both of the songs I was listening was amazing. I could enjoy it on the radio, driving my car, or in a nightclub too. Amazing. Or on your performance live. Are you doing
yeah,
live performance, right? With DJ
yeah.
as well?
Do I DJ?
Yeah.
I do not. I wish I had the skills to DJ. Right
I'm
now, I just
sure that if you put your hands on that, you are going to learn because you are like that. Fast. You just put your hands and you are like a professional. That's good. So,
thank you.
um, oh, they are saying that you have a boyfriend. That's not good.
I do. Yes. Sorry to those guys out there that are. No, I'm
She's
kidding.
not single. Just shut up. She's not single. Don't worry, because her boyfriend is working with her. He will be there. So give up right now. All of you, don't contact her if it's about relationship because she has a boyfriend. Okay, let's stop this topic here. She's not single, right? Okay. Um, how it works, talking about boyfriends, how it works about support from your family, because you are young, and we know that everyone is going to university, trying to buy a house, trying to do a lot of things, and then you, in a phase of your life that you didn't know who you are, you just said, oh, I'm gonna be a singer, and that's it. How it works about support from your family?
My mom and my sisters are definitely my biggest supporters. And my mom actually has so many times given me a pep talk when I felt like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or I didn't have, I didn't get the reactions I expected, or I didn't get the engagement that I was expecting. And she'd be like, hey, like you're just starting, and she'd give me these pep talks, and like I credit her for a lot of the dark times when I felt like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing the right thing? And she's like, you're absolutely doing the right thing. I believe in you. And it's amazing. My sisters have gone to almost every show. My mom's gone to every show. My dad just went to one of my shows, and it was really incredible to get to share my music with him. And so, yeah, my family's been very supportive. It's
Oh,
been
I
a
feel
huge
so
help.
happy. I feel so
I don't know
happy
if I could do
listening to you.
without them.
What? Say again?
I don't know if I could do it without them.
Oh, that's like a love letter. Come on, guys. It's lovely. That's good to have your to be connected with your family. And mom is right. You don't have to worry about these things. You have your work has a high quality level, so we will be attracting the right audience. And I'm gonna tell you something. Don't worry about likes and followers. Numbers of likes, numbers of followers. There is nothing to do with level of talent. Okay, in this case, at mwc.biz, it's a social network for independent artists for professionalization and learning how to improve their careers. And we say exactly that. Don't worry about likes. Don't worry about followers. Worry about improve your music and do better every release, every single new release. Just do better, and you're going to attract the right audience. And do what you love. Don't do just because you want to be on the radio or because everyone is singing rap, you are going to sing rap and you don't like rap. No, sing and produce what you love, and you are going to attract the right audience. And about Spotify plays, don't worry about numbers. That doesn't mean anything. Just keep going like you are. You are in the right path. Okay? Uh,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah,
also, just tell your mom that I just sent a big hug because she's supporting you. Mom, your sister, and also your dad. I just love them. Okay,
absolutely.
so do you have any message for those starting a career? Because I know you are starting too, because just 2 years, but you are already there in the high level. But let's talk about those starting now. They are just like thinking about finding themselves on music. Do you have any message for them?
Absolutely. I think the most important thing is to figure out who you are as a person and what you really want to say. I talk a lot about mental health because that's something that's very important to me. I talk about experiences that I've gone through, but I also feel like when you're making a song, talk about your experiences, but make sure it's something that not just you relate to, but a lot of people relate to. I think the most important part of music, at least in my experience, is connecting with others, but also making sure that someone out there feels really seen and heard, that feels like nobody understands them, but once they hear your music, they feel like somebody's there for them, they understand them. That's what happened to me. Um, I heard a song a long time ago that really, really resonated with me, and I couldn't place why until about a few years ago when I found out I have the same mental illness as the singer does, and I felt for almost a decade that no one understood what I was going through, that I was so alone, and that song really changed my life. And so I hope that I can help somebody in some way with my music, and I think that should be the goal for a lot of musicians.
Wow, that's a really important message. Guys, just pay attention. Look, she's really, really good, not only with music, but also with the message she's passing, and also, I can say lifestyle. Because for you to have this mentality, you need to have a very lifestyle. And I think that this is really important to say. Some people, they go to drugs and alcohol, etc., and try to find themselves, and it's actually the opposite. They need to look inside. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, actually, this song "Light Me Up" is that exact topic. I used to a long time ago a long time ago before I was diagnosed and really knew a lot about my mental illness and what I was dealing with. I did turn to drugs and alcohol. Um, it was a dark time in my life, and it was really something that I wanted to portray with that song is that self-medicating is gonna make you numb for a little bit, but honestly, the best help and the help you should be seeking out is help of a licensed therapist or help of a psychiatrist, someone who can really get to the problem and solve the problem and not just kind of put a band-aid over it.
Wow, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. We are connected. That's good.
Yes.
I, again, we are in the same vibe. Let's say like that, same vision, right? So, do you have? We have audience from USA too. So, do you have any information about the gigs, where they can find you, or a website? To have a website with the gigs, etc. The place where you are
Yeah.
going to be.
So right now I don't have a website, an official website, but I post on social media about gigs. Facebook and Instagram are probably the best way to find out about gigs. I have one this Friday for Oregon Summer Jam. I have one the next Friday, which is one I actually really, really believe in and I'm very excited about. All the proceeds are going to go to Planned Parenthood. In the U.S., we have a big problem with abortion and Roe versus Wade and having women have the access to the medical care they need. So all of our proceeds are going to go to an organization that helps with that for women. So I'm very proud of that one. In September, I have my first music festival. In August, I have 6 different shows. I won't list all the venues because it'll take a while, but yeah, on social media, especially Instagram, is definitely where you can find all the info for shows.
Great. So it's not only about music, it's not only about the important message, but also about social project. Are you sure? Can we clone you and make another one and bring to England? That's good. Congratulations for that. Your attitude is really. Can you see how you are going to attract the right audience? You don't have to worry because you are doing things that is um, affecting others positively, causing social impact. So it's not only music. You are going to have people just liking you, not only because the music. This is really important. Oh, they are saying we have 5 minutes. I don't like
Okay.
it because I could be talking to you forever. I really like your attitude and your music style. I really like that, and you as a professional. I can say professional because you have a professional high level, and this is good. I have to say that. I have the not the last, but one more question, and this is personal. When you dreamed about your career, when you started dreaming about that, and comparing with what you have right now, can you feel that you are manifesting what you dreamed, or it's a little bit different?
Ooh, that is such a good question. I've never been asked that before. Um, I think so. I think that when you start out, you want the world. You have these high expectations, and I think that I feel like I've come a long way, and I'm definitely on the right path. And I think that's the most important thing. The journey's been a really good journey for me. I've met a lot of incredible people. I've really gotten to put my soul into tracks. I've connected with people in ways that I didn't really expect before. Um, there were people that reached out. I put out a song about my mental illness, and there are people that I was actually some people that I was close to that reached out and have the same mental illness, and I had no idea. And it made me feel so connected. I had somebody to talk to about it. I had a support group, and so I think when I manifested it, it's been better than what I thought it would be. I was like, oh, I would love to see it. I'd love to play a show one day, or like, oh, I'd love to make a music video. And I thought those were so far in the future, and now those have already come true. And like I said, I got the connections I didn't expect, and I think it's been better than I thought it would be. It's amazing.
Great, great. I just love it. And I have the last question now. About electronic music. People say like R&B, there is a lot of emotion and the artist can connect with the audience, etc. Some people criticize the electronic music. How it works for you? Because what I was listening, you have electronic music features, but also the connection, the emotional connection. How do you do that? Just give us a tip.
Well, I start with lyrics and I start with the topic that I feel is really important. I've got like, geez, like I'm exaggerating, but like a million different like pieces of songs all the time, and so I'll usually start with one piece that I feel like is really intriguing. I'll write the message out. I'll start with the emotional part, and I'll take it to my producer and I'll say, hey man, like this is emotional, but I really want like a sick bass on this, and so then we'll start from there, and we'll start with kind of a simple beat, and then we'll just grow it together. He's incredible, very talented guy, and I'll hear a sound, or I'll be like, hey, I want to put this sound in there, and he'll figure out a way to not only put it in there, but to make it sound really cool and unique. And I think that's probably my favorite part of the process is having a sound that's unique to really complement that emotional part.
All right, that's incredible. We are going to finish now, but when you have a new release, just come back and we'll have another interview and present the new release. All right? Thank you very much for this opportunity to have you here, and thank you for the interview.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Yeah, this has been great. You asked some of the most amazing questions. They're all questions I haven't gotten before, so it's really nice to have that.
All right, we just love you. Bye.
Bye.